Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. This is a review of a 2015 Fiat Abarth with the 1.4 liter turbocharged engine. Really nice car. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch you soon. Ciao. Okay, hey guys, Van Slam here, and we're about to do a review of a new toy. It's the Fiat 500 Abarth. I've driven a little bit. It's really fun. I think you're gonna get a kick out of it. So let's start. All right, there you go. Put this baby in reverse. I know it's an automatic transmission, but I think once you understand why, if you ever drive the car, you'll understand why the automatic is not such a bad deal. Okay, so this is the 2015 Abarth with an automatic transmission. It has 158 horsepower, I believe, and probably 183 foot-pounds of torque in the 1.4 multi-air engine that it comes with. Now the automatic, the horsepower is knocked down a couple of horsepowers from 160, and the torque is bumped up a little bit. Not a big deal. This is a fun car. I'm sorry to say. You know, I drove both the stick. I drove the automatic. The stick was nice. It was fun, but the way they programmed this automatic, and you'll hear it with downshifting and burbling. It's just too much fun. It really is. You don't have to work and it's fun. It's a nice car. It's balanced. It's great for city driving. It's not too bad on the highway. Great mileage. If you keep it in regular and don't press sport, you get good mileage from the car. If you put it in sport, mileage drops maybe about 5 miles a gallon. But we're talking 40 versus 30, 35 versus 45, depending if you're cruising or not. So if you hit the sport key, what the transmission does, it holds the gears to a higher RPM. Your numbers turn italicized on the dash, and you go from EcoBoost to the percentage of gas that you're pressing on the pedal, right? So the more gas you put on, the more pedal it is. You have your turbo boost here, which gives you up to 24 pounds of turbo. It's sick for a little turbo, right? But it's pretty much always working once you give it gas. The car is fun to drive. It's nimble, it's quick. You sit a little high. I'd imagine that's for safety reasons, but it's not too bad. I mean, you can't see the hood. You can't see the hood of the car, but you definitely can see what's in front of you. It's comfortable. The seats are really supportive. They're not bad. The only thing I have here, I have the armrest here. Just push that out the way because they're pretty much useless. They're just getting away from me anyway. So the automatic transmission is an ANSI transmission. It's a Japanese transmission that's put in most Chrysler products. They've been putting them in products since I think maybe mid-2000s. Pretty dependable from what I've seen so far, and it's fun. Did I say it's fun? It's fun. I mean, it's just by itself. If you want, you can slap it, move it over, and you've got a manual automatic. The way the transmission shifts is really based on how hard you're pushing on that pedal, and the noise of the car is freaking awesome. This car makes some great noise. It's a dual exhaust, pretty much with no mufflers. It's kind of like a straight pipe. You go through the catalytic converter and it's a straight pipe out. As soon as you turn it on, you're like, wow, the big grin comes on your face. And yeah, so it handles well. It's pretty quick and nimble. When you take it off of sport, the steering is takes a little bit more effort. It's all electronic anyway, but they just make it feel like it's a little bit more effort. With the sport, it makes it feel a little bit nimbler. The brakes are great, single piston calipers in red with the Abarth, right? Abarth symbols on it. I didn't get the stripes on this one. I wanted to go that much faster. The stripes are heavy, probably 1/10 of a milligram or something like that. It slows you down. So we went without the stripes on this car. Interior is, you know, it's plastic, but it's not bad. You know, I do like it. I like the color of the exterior on the interior here. It's pretty neat. Your window switches are here in the center, and if you press it down, the window goes all the way down on both sides. Pull up, it doesn't automatically go up, but that's, you know, there. You've got your rear defroster here. I've got the normal buttons here. I swoop dials rather than the digital stuff. You know, I like this better. The head unit and the radio is pretty much standard for all cars. They're all the same. Have the Bose sound system, which is the bass sound system, and if you want, you can get the Beat system, which is an upgrade. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that as far as the Beat system goes. These seats are not heated, which is okay with me. You can get leather seats and get that optioned up if you wanted to. I didn't feel the need. See, here's that downshift, rev matching downshift. Yeah, that's freaking sick. So what they do is, and this is what I like about this, they have the automatic transmission, and it's all the way it's programmed, right? It has, oh, by the way, it has cruise control. I'm going to put that on so while I talk and stay in the stay on the speed limit. The automatic transmission is the settings are coded so that, you know, when you accelerate, you get this extra fuel in the exhaust, and then it pops. Okay, and it decelerates and does the same thing. The deceleration pop. When you're slowing down, it'll actually downshift and rev match. So that's pretty cool. There's what else? Oh, when you're in a turn and you're pulling a certain amount of G's, or tenths of a G, shall we say, it stays in the gear. So if you're in second gear, it'll stay in that gear until you make it through the turn. So and then when you hit the exhaust, when you hit the throttle, it'll take off. There's some pretty unique stuff that was done to this, some pretty smart stuff with this small car and this small transmission, in comparison to, say, a smart car, which, forget it, doesn't compare with. It's just both small. Actually, this is a little bit bigger than a smart car by a couple of feet. And the Mini Cooper S. The Mini Cooper S is a more luxurious car ride, shall we say, but it's not as much fun as this car. It just isn't. I guess it's because of the size and the sound. Nobody makes a sound of a car like the Italians do, right? I don't even know if it's Italian, but it could be Chrysler, and maybe the Italians self-designing it. But the car itself is designed, is an Italian car, Fiat 500, right? Abarth. The transmission is Japanese, and the car is put together in Mexico in a Chrysler plant. So, or maybe the Fiat plant, but it's Chrysler owned, right? Or Chrysler owns Fiat. You know what I'm getting at, right? So it's not a bad deal. It doesn't look, what's important to me, it doesn't look like a Chrysler. It doesn't have that Chrysler grill that drives you crazy, you know? So the last Chrysler I owned was a 1969 Dodge Charger. Yeah, that was a car. There you go, here the downshifting. It's pretty neat. You gotta look. That sound is just sick. Yep. Oh, so then I did try the stick. I did test drive a stick, and the problem I had with the stick was that I didn't like the position that I was in. Right? The seating position was off for me. Where the stick was off. It was a little bit weird for me as well. And one thing with a stick, you sit closer to the steering wheel, right? It's not as relaxing, shall I say? So you sit closer, to engage and disengage that clutch. So that was all my only qualms. The standard transmission was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. It was, it was really nice. It had it also had that option where if you were on the hill hold, it would hold it for you for a split second till you got into gear and started moving, which is pretty nice. But when it came down to it, the automatic was just too much fun. Excuse me, too much fun. And the funny thing about this transmission, the way it shifts, I keep forgetting that it's an automatic, and I keep lifting my left foot off the rest pedal and looking for the clutch. I tell you, it's just like owning a clutch. Now I don't put it on the slapstick too much, only if I want to go above, 5,000 RPM. The automatic does it pretty well. I mean, it does work. If I want to hold the gear like now, maybe I'd move it over and move it up a gear or two to get it into the 4,000 to meet the range there. But yeah, when you're street legal, and now I would have loved to have been in the gear, higher gear, but just slap it up, right? And there you go. You're in that gear. I mean, it's a lot easier. I don't have to use my foot. And then go down. So going forward lowers the gear, going back increases the gear. So it's kind of fun. And it's economical. I mean, shoot, I'm getting like right now about 25 miles to a gallon, and I'm wailing on it. And it has instantaneous. I mean, the gauges is a bunch of gate items, idiot lights and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Now the car comes standard with BlueMe, which is the Bluetooth version of the Fiat software. And what that allows you to do is that allows you to hook up your phone to the radio and listen to music and talk through the mic, which is right here, and listen to your phone call. So you get hands-free talking through the radio system, which is pretty cool. Every once in a while I'm listening to Pandora and I'll listen to it through the radio since it's Bluetooth. And it's really unique because all you have to do is set your phone to this, and when you get in your car, and if you have Pandora on your phone, which will be on pause of course, it'll automatically take it off of pause and play it if you push the media and select the Bluetooth. What else does it have? It also has an auxiliary box here for if you want to plug in an iPad or something, or some other audio source. You have a USB plug here where you can plug in for music. You got a big 32 gigabyte disc, you stick it in there. You have a 12 volt plug here, which is great. And then you've got a charger for your phone. It'll play through your phone through the glove box. There's a charger inside there, or rather a hookup inside there. I don't know if that one charges or not, but it's pretty cool. So the car is small, of course. It fits 4 people. You can get around. No long trips, of course, but you can fit 4 people in the car. Now the trunk of the car is pretty roomy. I was able to get my travel bag, which is a suit bag, those big ones, and my attaché case in the back of the car without putting the seats down, so that works. That works wonderful. That's all I needed for. The car came with 16-inch rims and tires, 4-season tires, while I'm driving in the snow. More than enough. The 17s, they say, I'm not 100% sure, but they say they ride rougher. There's nothing wrong with the 16s. They really are nice. See that? I love that downshifting there. It would have been nicer, but his car in front of me is going slow, so what are you going to do? It just pops. I love that pop. It's awesome. Yeah. Issues with the car? I haven't had any at all yet, shall we say. There it goes. There's the pop. You heard the pop? This pop is awesome. I haven't had any problems with the car. I don't anticipate any. It's a Fiat, you worry about that, but I think they've gotten through those years of fix it again, Tony. I think it's a decent car. What else can I say? It tracks well. It looks good from the outside. And I'll show you some pictures of the car now. Let's get on the highway so you can really see the acceleration of this thing. You hear that noise? I'm gonna put down the window, see if you can hear it a little bit better. Yeah, it handles well. I mean, But one thing good is that there's a G meter on the car. So we got 0.4 G on acceleration. I'll put the window up because I can hear this one. Yeah. Whoopsie-daisy. Whoopsie-daisy. It gets up there. Okay, let's get the speed limit. It's pretty stable on the highway. It's much more stable than the Mini, right? Not the Mini. It's much more stable than the Smart Car on the highway. And this is kind of windy day. I don't feel any being pushed back and forth. Cars passing me. I don't feel like I'm being pushed around. So it's pretty cool. If I want to go, I just hit the accelerator and I boogie, which is really nice. The car is geared for economy right now. I mean, I'm in automatic, it's top gear. It's a 6-speed gearbox. So, you know, I would have to slap it over and drop it up, push it up to drop down a gear. But if you just press the pedal, and I mean, the shifting is flawless on this transmission. It's a really nice job. I don't know if I can. You gotta. If you're gonna buy a Fiat, go test the stick. You know, that's your macho thing. Feel the stick. You want to control the car, and then try it automatic. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. I think Fiat's got a winner on their hands here. I think they nailed this thing. I think it's the extra coding or programming that they did for the automatic. It makes a big difference. They really did their homework on this. It really makes you feel sweet. Well, the seats are manual. You move forward manual. You have a lever on your left side that jacks it up and jacks the seat down, and then you have lumbar support. It's a knob up here. We have lumbar support. It's somewhere over here anyway. The lumbar support. It's on this side. It's a nice car. Where the hell is it? Okay. Oh, this is the level bar. The jack bar. I don't know about lumbar. So okay, so the seat is manual controls here, move it back and forth. To move the seat back, there's a lever here you move back on. Then on this side, there's a lever that you jack the seat up. So it works. I mean, the seats are really comfortable. In comparison to the Mini, I like these seats better. I really do. They're more supportive, especially for my back. They beat the Mini. The car has 2 mirrors. On the left mirror, you have a unique situation here. Because of the blind spot on your left, you have a split mirror on the edge here. So it's a normal mirror, the first 4/5. The last 5th on the left side is kind of like to cover that blind spot of cars coming up on you. Because it's not an A pillar, it's a B pillar or whatever, C pillar. It's in the way. So if you look, you can't see anything, but you can see with that little thing, that little piece of mirror there. It's helpful. It does work, I'll tell you that much. You got to get used to it. I'm still not used to it yet. I've never had a car. I never thought those mirrors were very helpful. More annoying than anything, but it seems to work. I'm puttering along here. The car has leather wrapped steering wheel, rubberish leather wrap shift knob, I guess. Yeah. Now there's a menu for the main dash here, which is really neat. All you have to do is press this button here, and you cycle through the menus. Right now I'm on the G meter because the radio's off. But in it's the base of the sport meter. On the left side you have the tach. After the tach you have the temperature gauge. We've got the little snowflake there because it's below freezing. On the extreme right side we have percentage of gas, and as far as the pedal, as far as me hitting the pedal, and next to that we have the gas gauge. In the center we have the indicator to see if we're on cruise control or not, temperature, date, Bluetooth indicator, the time of day, miles per hour, and then below center is all the flexible stuff. So we have G meter, we have current trip info, trip A something else, trip B something else, and back to tire pressure. So you have tire pressure reading on the car. Then you get back to the G. If I take it out of sport, we have on the left attack, temperature gauge, and coolant temperature gauge, and the little snowflake there on the extreme right. We have eco index, which we're at 4 right now because I'm not doing anything. It's on a gas pedal. We have the gas gauge, and then we have the same thing on the top with miles per hour, date, temperature, and time, and Bluetooth. In the middle we have trip A, B, trip B information, tire pressure, range, miles per gallon, and then back. So you don't get the G meter when you're not in sport. So let's put that back in sport because we're going to be doing some G meter hard turning stuff. Okay, back on G meter. Visibility is great in the car. Windshield wipers, you got 2 up front, 1 in the back. Stock is lights on, lights off, push for high beams, pull for washing, wipers, mist, all that other stuff is on the other stock. Steering wheel is adjustable up and down, not back and forth. So on the knobs we have heat, 0, 1 through 4 for the fan, circulating, recirculating, heat in the face or venting in the face, foot in face, foot only, defroster in foot, and defroster, front defroster only. Rear defroster's here. Fog lights, which I've never used in every single car I have. You have 4 cup holders in here, 1, 2, and 3, 4 right here in the middle. In the middle there, 2 cup holders for the people in the back. You've got a mirror, you've got your lights, you've got little mirrors here with no lights at night, so you're gonna have to turn this on. It's a pretty basic car. So this is storage in the back, just regular. Next is with the seats up, you get a little bit more storage. And of course, this is what the display looks like, normal. And then when you click to sport, everything's kind of like italicized and lets you know you're in sport. This is the center console and steering wheel. This is what the right side of the steering wheel is with cruise control. The left side is really for your Bluetooth and radio option, phone options. Then, of course, we have that mirror that I spoke about with the split concave mirror. And some gratuitous exterior pictures of the car. Like I said, it does have some really sharp looks. There's no stripes on it. I got the kind of like the silent Abarth, shall we say. It does look good in this gray color, charcoal gray color, the dual exhaust in the back. The alloy rims, the 16-inch tires, Pirellis, all season. Once again, car handles really well. Very happy with it. It kind of looks kind of sharp for a small little car, and I really enjoy driving it. So thank you for paying attention to the review. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later.